Artemisia, the Queen of Caria. She's a real queen. When she was first released into the game, I was honestly happy like a kid, and I decided to invest all of my speed-ups and resources savings to win the mightiest governor. We were in KVK, so I just had to train some troops and be online 48 hours for the kill event. At the end, I placed first one time and second the following MG. And I'm not trying to brag at all, that's just to explain how much I love this commander. I've received so many questions about why we use so many Artemisias in OV. If you want to know why, just drop a like on the video, subscribe, and watch this video until the end. Hello everyone, it's Wick Gaming here, and today another video dedicated to an amazing commander, Artemisia. She's an archer, garrison and defense commander, and if you remember my complete archer investment guide, card up on the top if you want to watch it, you know that I put her in second place as investment, preceded only by YSG, for the simple fact that YSG can help you in more contests, especially in the very beginning of your journey in Rise of Kingdoms. But anyway, YSG will come in handy with Artemisia as well, as we will explain in the pairings for her. She's a third generation archer commander, released approximately 450 days in your kingdom history. You can obtain her by competing in the Mightiest Governor event, as I've said before, or you can just wait for the Card King to have her in the pool of obtainable commanders and unlock her in that way. Remember that the commanders that appear in the Mightiest Governor event will all be introduced eventually in Card King at a certain point, normally around 5-6 months after the last MGE for that commander. Let's now take a look at the skills. Her active skill deals damage to all troops led by this commander, damage factor up to 1800, and at the same time deals direct damage up to 3 target troops in a forward-facing fan-shaped area. The second skill is a statistic skill, and archer units led by Artemisia gain 20% increased defense and 20% increased health. The third skill is garrison related, so the enemy will deal 10% less normal attack damage to you, and also you have a 10% chance to disarm your enemy, so you will deactivate the normal attacks for one turn. The fourth skill, when this commander's rage meter reaches 80%, there is a 50% chance to silence her troops, so yourself, for 3 seconds, and at the same time grant her troops 50% increased damage per 5 seconds. So, great! You have other 2 seconds to cast your active skill and deal 50% more damage. The expertise normal attacks have a 10% chance to deal additional damage per second, damage factor 400, and cause the targets to deal extra 15% skill damage for 3 seconds. So you will deal an additional 1200 in additional damage factor, but the enemy will deal 15% extra skill damage on you. This skill was honestly designed to counter Attila, who doesn't deal, of course, skill damage, so it was great when she was in garrison against Attila. As concerns the equipment that I suggest for her, I'm using approximately the same equipment that I suggested in my advanced equipment, minus the legendary chest piece, which I can't afford yet. So I have here the revival helm, the commander's heavy armor, the golden age, the leather gloves, the revival greaves and the flame threads. As accessories, I have a silent trial and a Delane's amulet for a total of 3% attack, 32.5% defense and 17% health. Now I want to speak briefly on the reason why I chose those 2 accessories and which one I suggest in case you would like to upgrade them. I will never go with Horn of Fury for one reason. If we take a look again at Artemisia's 4th skill, you can notice that she has a 50% chance of silencing herself for 3 seconds when her rage bar reaches 80%. So one time on 2, you will be silenced for 3 seconds, and it means that your active skill will be delayed for 3 turns, firing on the 4th. So the horn will not help you to reduce your skill cycles in a significant way like it could with other commanders. For the same reason, I will not go for the dagger as well because the effect could time out in the turns you are silenced, and the benefit of it being equipped on Artemisia will be therefore drastically reduced. I do think that if you want to go for a legendary accessory, you should choose a coin and or a pendant of the Eternal Knight. The coin because she's normally targeted a lot in group fights, so you can resist a bit more with the coin, while the pendant is particularly effective, especially considering the fact that once she gets that 50% damage increase, she's going to fire off a very powerful active skill, which in a murder ball is probably always going to hit 3 targets. And all 3 targets will suffer a damage factor of 1800 without any 15% reduction for each target after the first. John Wick from the future here. I've actually tested Artemisia, and apparently there is a bug that has already been reported, basing on which there is the 15% damage reduction for the other targets after the first, and Lilith is aware of this and is working to fix it, hopefully. Right before Zenobia was released, it's surprising that Artemisia went from being a great counter option to Attila Takeda when paired with Wu Zetian or Theodora, to being a beast in the open field. I mean, she has always been a beast in the open field, and this due to the fact that not only she has a very strong AoE, but that is combined with a great amount of the best stats an archer commander can have, defense and health, together with the defense talent tree. Speaking about the talent tree suggestions, here are 3 of my best options for you. I'd like you to try all 3 out and see what works better for you with your equipment and pairings. I like very much the second and the third option here. Speaking about pairings, I essentially confirm the suggestions contained in my Archer guide. You can easily pair Artemisia with the Max YSG for a full AoE force, or with Ramses for a tanky DPS March to use in the field or in Canyon, or Artemisia with Nebuchadnezzar, which is another great choice if you have Nebuchadnezzar already available in your kingdom. Check my Archer guide for further explanation on this topic. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. If you have further comments on Artemisia, make sure to drop them in the comment section down below, or come to have a chat on my Discord, link in the description down below. You can also support me by subscribing to the channel and by dropping a like on the video, which is always free and very much appreciated. I will see you on the next one. Ciao!